All right, guys. So sorry again. Seems to be kind of the going thing lately, but I've been kind of sucking at getting the video stuff together. It seems that when we get out here, I kind of get busy, and the phone and or camera, however you want to say it, gets put to the side, and I've been slacking. I'm not exactly sure where we left off in the last video. I believe it was kind of going over some of the Truck Wars prep and how Truck Wars went. After Truck Wars, our crowd had a few things that kind of needed to be done. One was servicing the trans on the dad bod. Trans look great as always. No concerns. We adjusted the bands a little bit. Like I said, new fluid filter, and she's ready to go. Brent, that has the black 3rd gen with the hood stack, he recently switched, put a set of Toyo Proxes on the truck, and they're on stock rims, I believe. Anyways, he's able to get his 60 foot down a little bit, but it's just not consistent because he's very easily able to overpower the tires. They're not really a very big tire. It's like a 285. So it's not taking him much to overpower that tire. So after Truck Wars, I did have a set of Toyo Proxes TQs. It's kind of like a street / radial. It's kind of hard to explain. If you look up pictures, you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyways, it's a set of rollers I've got that I more or less was planning to use on the race truck eventually. Not for racing, but just for, like I said, rollers. And I'm going to have a nice set of wheels for it for when I go to car shows and stuff like that. But anyways, they were sitting here on the floor. I wasn't exactly sure how they would perform on the truck. I knew that they would hook better than what he had, but I was concerned with how the truck would shift being automatic valve body, and those tires are extremely short. But anyways, threw those tires on his truck, tried them out. They seemed to work well. And then Alex's truck was here. After Truck Wars, we found several things that needed to be addressed. We serviced the trans in it for the first time. We went ahead and tried to take care of some of the boost and drive pressure leaks that he had that had kind of showed themselves. Some of them got to be pretty major. It was dumb things that, got overlooked in throwing a build together. And then there was a couple other things that kind of surfaced after a little while of running, and things got heated up and the engine had moved a little. So anyways, went ahead and got a set of solid motor mounts for that thing. After the fact, those I think just came in and he got them pressed in, but they're not on the truck yet. But that should solve a lot of the problem. Also, some of the boots that we had on it were kind of short, and it had 300,000 mile motor mounts. So like I said, the motor would move, and I don't think it was necessarily blowing the boots off as bad as it was actually pulling them off of the pipe. So he got some longer boots. There was one pipe we found, I think, that wasn't bead rolled. We had overlooked. So we bead rolled that one. And anyways, more or less got that truck back ready to go. Did some suspension adjustments to go try things again. And then one more thing we did was Trevor, again, had some issues with his transmission. Not exactly sure what the root cause of it is. We've got a few suspicions. But either way, the trans is back out. Tim has it. They're going to go through and try to diagnose what the heck is causing these problems. But in the meantime, he does have a Muldoon shifter and valve body here. We're swapping it over to manual valve body and getting rid of the anteater. We just could not get it to do what we wanted it to do. So we're going back to the basics. Manual valve body, we know they work. Tried and true. We're going to switch to that and see if we can't get a good number out of that truck finally. It's been fighting us for a little bit. But anyways, I say all that to say this. We did all the work to these trucks this week. We wanted to go out to Northeast Dragway. They had a grudge race event, which is more or less a fancy way of saying it's like an all-day test and tune. They did have a gambler's race, but that doesn't really interfere with it much. So anyways, we took the trucks out for some testing. Was really hoping to get some time in the seat of the dad bod. I haven't really raced since spring Truck Wars. So I really wanted to get a few hits to test my reaction time and get myself back dialed in. Well, as always, the truck was dialed in. It ran a 677 followed by a 675. Even had some driver error mixed in with that, and the truck still did its thing. So really happy with that. Gordy had his truck out there, also known as Brent's truck, which is the Dumpster Performance Duramax, not Buddies, but the tan one. He had it out there. I don't know how his second pass went, but his first pass, he went a 672, I believe. So that one's putting in work like always. Jackson Harrell's truck was out there making good power. I don't know that he necessarily ran the number he was looking for, but he spun pretty bad off the line on the pass that I saw. Brent's truck, this is the Cummins Brent, with the Proxys TQs that he got from me. the truck definitely launched more consistently. Didn't quite get the ET we were hoping for. It looked like the truck was down on mile an hour just a touch. But regardless, it should be more consistent and help him with running ET until we get a little bit more power in that truck, get him down in 670 range to run in the 670 bracket. Tim had his truck out there, and we were really hoping for a number with it. They swapped the turbo out and went to a Tater-built 88, I believe is what they put on it. And he spooled it up. We and him were going to run. I was going to try to get a good pass against the old man. And unfortunately, right on the launch, he ended up breaking one of the planetaries, and that put him out for the rest of the day. But they did get it fixed the very next morning, and the truck is back going. Hopefully see it make some passes out at the rock. And then all of those aside, we had Alex's truck, the 12 valve, out there, and had some of the issues fixed. And he made a very solid pass. His first pass, it went a 665, I believe is what it was. So picked up 2/10 from his previous pass, but was down 2 miles an hour. It went 665 at like 101. Did a 147 60 foot, which was pretty solid, especially seeing as he didn't launch any harder than he did and don't have the suspension, dialed in all the way yet. So we were happy with that. Really happy with the time. It's still really smoky. And being down a couple miles an hour, the very next pass, it blew another boot. And what I think is happening, like I said, is the motor is twisting and pulling the boot out. And I really think at the top end of the track, he just developed a really big boost leak and lost power. That's why the mile an hour was down. That's why it was smoky and didn't quite run the time that we were really hoping for. But either way, picked up a couple tenths. He did make a pass against me later in the day. And I did tree him a little bit, but looking at our times at the 330, he was actually about 100th of a second faster than me. I went a 675 on that one, and I really think that if he ended up blowing a boot right past the 330, if everything would have held on, I think he would have been down in low 660s or 650 territory. But fortunately, we won't know. So, anyways, like I said, after that event, he got some solid motor mounts. Got them from Austin Dodge. Got those pressed in. They're ready to go on the truck, so that should fix some of his issue. Also got a couple bellows to put in to kind of allow for some flex when things start to heat up on the system and keep things from eventually trying to crack, and also to help with alignment. So anyways, all of that aside, the truck's doing really good. We're really happy with how it's performing. His number was 699. If he went better than 699, he'd be happy. And we have well surpassed that, and it's showing promise of going way faster without even turning the pump up. We haven't touched anything other than fixing the small issues we've come across. So really happy with that one. But anyways, like I said, that's pretty much what we've done over the last week or so, was just getting the vehicles ready, doing a few things to get ready for the rock in the coming week. Going forward, this coming week, all we really have going on is if Trevor Strands is back with us, we're going to really try to get that thing together, ready for the rock. If not, it is what it is, but we would like to make a solid pass out of that truck at some point this year. Dad bod is ready to go, just needs to be cleaned up. You can see the filth all over it. Brent's truck is out back. We're going to do a second gear band adjustment on it. Then after the rock, we'll bring it back, do a full service, get him ready for next year. AJ's Trans is back from the broken output shaft. I know he got a new band, maybe a couple other parts, but other than that, the inside of the trans still looked good after this season of pulling and racing. So it's going to be going back in, ready to run this weekend, hopefully. Like I said, Tim's is back together. We hope to have it out with us this weekend. And I don't know, the Dumpster Performance Duramax will be there. A bunch of us got our stuff ready. We're really hoping that the rock is a good turnout and that it's a good event overall. Hopefully weather stays pretty and the whole 9 yards. But anyways, that's going to pretty much sum us up on everything. Like I said, to come, there's going to be a video over the test session from this weekend. I'll put that in another clip. Don't want it to be too long, too wordy. But anyways, thank you guys as always for watching. Sorry for me rambling on, but wanted to kind of cover everything. So I think that's pretty much got us summed up. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. And if nothing else, we'll see you guys at the rock. Thank you.